Welcome back once again. And my co-host is Julie. How are you, Julie?
Fine. Good morning, Sue. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Today we could talk about a silver tsunami. It's
Oh, I like how that sounds. Not sure what it is.
silver tsunami is our age group, believe it or not. The headline is Silver Tsunami to bring wave of wealth to children of boomers. Yeah, silver tsunami, Julie, just to reiterate, is that baby boomers, people who are born
Right.
between 1945 to 1965,
Mhm.
this group of demographics have the highest level of wealth, highest level of housing equity because
Right.
they live in the house for decades and decades, and they have built up massive amount of equity, 13 trillion with a T,
Wow.
right? So
Oh my goodness. Yes, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That would pay off the debt. Maybe not, but the national debt.
absolutely, that exceed the national debt of many countries out there.
Right.
Silver tsunami is a term that the housing market forecasters are really watching very closely. People, the age group, age 60, 70, and 80. This
Uh-huh.
age group comprise of the baby boomers. And
Right.
we know another word is silver tsunami. Silver tsunami
Right.
means as baby boomers slowly dying off, there will be a tsunami of inheritance, of
Mhm.
passing on to the equity of the homes to the children of the
Makes sense.
okay, and how the housing market going to react to this. So there are some people in the housing market expert, they're going to say, oh, because there's so many as a baby boomer begin to die off little by little for
Mhm.
a few decades with those age 80 years to go, they think with this excess inventory of homes that need to sell in the open market, they will create a glut of inventory, of supply of inventory into the market, and they may crash the housing market. That's one negative viewpoint imposed by some housing experts. But the other housing experts claims that the baby boomers that own have a lot of equity in these homes, they own
Right.
years, even if they slowly die off, by the way, but people who are homeowners have a tendency to live a lot longer because they have a financial stability
That makes sense.
and because of the medical technology and lifestyle living, healthy living, exercising, eating good food, baby boomers, they may live a lot longer than we.
Oh, yeah. Into the hundreds, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah, because even now, so many people are getting to 90, they're functioning, they're driving, they're taking care of their finances. And so, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
that's right. So don't count on the baby boomers age 70 to age 80 to sell their homes anytime soon,
Right.
hit the housing market and cause a glut of supply of inventory and causing another housing crash. Don't expect happy because, like I said, baby boomers are very resilient. They have a longer life expectancy than you think.
Correct.
Even if they die off, the older group, as we move forward, the age 75 to age 80 and beyond, the higher end of the baby boomers, even when they die off, they have, I would think they have done estate planning. They have wills and trusts. They could pass on their wealth to their loved ones, children, and whatever. Right. So, anyways, I think let's go with this article. Okay, now that we have this article, I found in one of the financial articles. There's so many sources.
Mhm.
Here's my yellow highlight. Government-sponsored lender Freddie Mac reports that 3/4, which is 75%, of the baby boomer homeowners plan to leave their current home or the proceeds from the sale of the home to their children or family members when they pass on. In a study by Freddie Mac, 68% of the boomers are planning to, quote, age in place, end quote. What do you mean by that, Julie? Age in place.
Oh, I'm just looking at that. Like, look like they're not planning to move, which I totally agree with that. I would stay in my home as long as I can. Just, yeah, I'd rather have somebody come in and take care of me than have to go somewhere else and be taken care of. And then with the property being paid for, why not? That presents a lot of opportunities where you can stay in your home.
Absolutely, absolutely. And their children, Gen X and Millennials, will benefit from a silver tsunami. So boomers will leave much of their 19 trillion
Wow.
equity to their children. We're seeing the pass-through wealth.
Yes.
This is the greatest generation transfer of wealth in the history of America.
Wow. That's amazing.
In the next 10, 20, 30 years, baby boomers own more wealth, and most of the wealth are in their homes than ever before in history. When they buy it off, that's what we're seeing, the greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world.
Wow.
17 trillion. So those Gen X and Millennials, you better manage the next generation of wealth from generation and generations. So it behooves the baby boomers to teach their Gen X and millennial children and grandchildren to manage money well. Don't
Right.
a lifetime of wealth building that the people generated for the children, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't even remember what exactly I was reading, but there was an article that said that it takes about 3 generations to build wealth and then lose wealth. Like I think they were using some of the, like the Vanderbilt family or whatever. Like I guess the first generation starts the process, the second generation takes it to the next level, but by the time it hits the third generation, because they haven't been taught, they lose it all. It starts the cycle all over again.
I don't know the percentage, but my guess is I would say maybe 20% of the Gen X and the millennials, when they inherit the baby boomers' wealth, they're going to lose it. They're going to spend.
I agree. They'll spend the cash, or especially if the cash is left, we're going to spend the cash. And then if the properties are left, if they haven't been taught how to manage the properties, the bank will be taking it back eventually, and then it will go to somebody else at some point.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go on. So after youngest baby boomers turn 60 this year, this research provides an opportunity to learn from a generation that has weathered multiple economic cycles and pivotal moments in recent history, including the Great Financial Crisis and pandemic. Great Financial Crisis back in 2008, housing crash, and the pandemic of 2020 to 2022. Okay. And then to make a home purchase for more families across the country, it is important to place value in home ownership and contribute to the long-term financial success. That means generation transfer. As of 2024, there are 65 million baby boomers, 65 million, accounting for 20% of all the U.S. population and 36% of the total households. And yet, the total household net worth has increased approximately $44 trillion or $300,000 per household since the pandemic.
Wow.
Boomer, this is mind-boggling, right? Boomer overall wealth increased by 19 trillion.
Wow.
$486K per household, half of which is due to the housing price appreciation.
That makes sense. Yeah.
See, it's all about buying a home for a long time and never sell. And pass on the houses tax-free or the step up in basis to the
right.
Which at one time we talked about it. We produced a video about buy, cash out, refinance, and die, never pay taxes, right? Someone passes away, their assets get a step up in basis to pass on the one. So the loved one will receive the inheritance tax.
Correct.
Step up in basis. But we'll talk more about that. We already talked about that in a previous video. So I'm going to produce another video, you and I, next week to talk about this again.
Right.
All right. The perception of retirement. Retired homeowners feel more confident than non-retirement homeowners. Of course. You could be a homeowner or you can be a renter. A renter will always fall behind financially. And we're not talking about that many times. So here's so if you're a homeowner, you are much better financially off than a renter. That's one takeaway. Another one, 66% of the homeowners indicate they also plan to downsize. Okay. It means they may sell their home, buy another home, probably all cash in to retire somewhere in Florida, Texas, or Arizona, or someplace. So that's my takeaway. So 66% indicate they will plan to downsize. 36% of the baby boomers say they downsize from their previous property, and 68% of the boomer parents would consider living on their children's property. Okay. Well,
They might consider that. I don't know about the children, though.
all I know is Asian. I'm Asian. A lot of parents, they live with their children. I don't think my children are going to want to live with us. They have their own.
Yeah, I think the generation under us, they have a whole different mentality. I think that was before, because I think, like with my mom, we took care of her until she was almost 100 years old. But I don't think the generation below us has that mindset that they are planning to do that. So we might have that thought, but I don't know if they do.
Yeah, the people are busy as they are. They're not gonna have their parents live with them. They're gonna send their parents to a nursing home care, whatever. Expect
But wants you to hang out to your house so you can stay in your home.
Yeah, that's right. When you don't have a home equity, you may have to go to a nursing home care. You know how much that nursing home care costs? And a good,
Oh my God.
high quality nursing home care.
Yes. Very expensive.
$6,000 to $10,000 per month.
A month. Yes.
High quality long-term care.
Yes.
And not covered by any kind of insurance.
Nope.
No kind of medical insurance of any kind will cover the long-term care cost. A lot of people don't know that, right?
I know. It's very expensive. You either got to be dirt poor to receive the state aid, or you got to be filthy rich to get quality. But if you got to be in the middle, you're stuck.
Yep. That's why people boomers, they plan their future years and years ahead. Don't do it.
Yes.
Minute planning, which is going to be a very bad consequence. According to Federal Reserve data, boomers hold 50% of the nation's home equity, amounting to $15 trillion as of the second quarter of 2024. So if they could pass the torch to their loved ones, hopefully, if they do some right things. So boomers, to protect home equity, boomers believe they not only some baby boomers, they have more than their home equity. They have saving, security plans, IRAs, and pensions.
Absolutely.
So only 9% of the boomers, homeowners, plan to use their home equity or the reverse mortgage. Don't do a reverse mortgage. That's bad, limited option.
That's a no-no. Yeah.
Homeowners have no other financial resources other than a home, and they are limited on. They live on a paycheck to paycheck at retirement. They may have to resort to a mortgage, which is not a good thing. You lose control.
It's not. Yes.
Of your finances if you do a reverse mortgage. That's a very stressful situation.
Yeah, I could only see, like you said, in a situation, if you don't care about who the property goes to, like in other words, if you don't have any kids, that would be the only time I could see using a reverse mortgage. And that's your only other means of income. Because the bank's going to take the property back if you die. But if you care about who the property goes to, yeah, reverse mortgage is a horrible concept.
I agree. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't plan correctly.
No.
They have to subject to this very bad. And lastly, half of boomer homeowners survey already own their home outright. Wow. Half of the homeowners have no mortgages, baby boomers.
Interesting.
Yeah, the other half, those still have a home a mortgage. They have an interest rate far below 4%.
Wow. Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah. As we conclude this mortgage, my takeaway is that for people expect that as the baby boomers slowly die off, there will be a glut of inventory in the housing market. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so because for the reason we just did, and they will pass on to their children, or they can live a lot longer than you might expect. Baby boomers.
Yeah. That's my goal.
I plan to live until age 100.
Exactly. Same here. I'm going for 120.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, again, so my takeaway is, baby boomers, silver tsunami is not going to be a tsunami. Okay. Of a housing crash. It's not going to be a tsunami of inventory hitting the market because these assets would not, these wealth houses owned by baby boomers when they die off, they're not going to hit the market. Some will, some will hit the market, but most will be inherited by their loved ones. So anyway, so that's our takeaway. If you see any value whatsoever, please like, subscribe, and comment. on this video, and also so I can grow my channel. And also finally, put your email at the bottom of my website, on my website, so you can put your email into our newsletter, so you will receive free, you become a free member of our real estate investment network. And so every morning, when you check your email inbox, you will receive a whole bunch of information on real estate investment opportunities. So you can continue to increase your wealth by buying rental property in the best markets in the country. Thank you so much.